when I look at marketing, it's like simplicity on the other side of complexity. Like my life feels that way. When I was a kid, I thought it was going to be simple. Then it seemed really hard for 25 years. And now I just seem to like step back and it seems easier. And I feel the same way about marketing is we get overwhelmed in today's world. Let me back up. There's the art and the science of marketing. So let's just talk about the science for a minute. That is the technology behind, are you going to run a Facebook ad, an IG ad, a YouTube ad? Are you going to do something on LinkedIn, TV, direct mail, radio, and their delivery systems? So where I think the overwhelm comes in today's world is because there's so many delivery systems. When I started, there was none of that. I had to do direct mail or infomercial. I chose infomercial, right? Which was very costly and very expensive. You're $250,000 into to even before you even know if it's going to be a winner. Where now we could spend $100 and know if we're a winner. But let's just talk about the science and where the overwhelm comes in. You say, I see people like, well, I want to get my business going. So should I grow my Instagram account? And should I grow it virally or should I pay for likes? And do I do Instagram ads or do I just try to get more followers? And do I do free content or do I do pretty pictures? Or should I be like Gary Vee or should I be like Jenna Kutcher, or should I be like Rachel Hollis, or like, and you all these things and you get overwhelmed. That's just Instagram. And then you do the same things with Facebook. Do I need 1 million followers? How do I get 1 million followers? Or do I just do direct response? Or maybe my people live on Instagram more than Facebook. No, maybe I have YouTube followers, or maybe I should just do LinkedIn. And we overwhelm ourselves with the science. So let me just back up on that and say in today's world, there's so many, instead of figuring out how, there's a lot of who. There's a lot of young people under 25 that know all the technology of that. They know how to get your ad up. They know how to create a lookalike audience. They know how to get eyeballs and get people to follow you. So if we take the science side out and say, instead of trying to figure it all out, hire someone. Even if it costs you a little bit of money, work harder in what you do, make the extra money, and hire someone to help you with the science. And then break that down and just start with one. When I transitioned from infomercials over to doing a lot more online, I just wanted to crack Facebook because it seems so overwhelming to me. Like, how do I crack YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all YouTube, like, podcast, I'm like, you know what? Let's just spend 6 months and get it to work on Facebook. And once we did, we were able to roll that into YouTube and then all these other variables. So anyway, go ahead. If you got a question, Scott, I was going to say,
so what you're suggesting is immersion, like focus immersion, champion, and then build your ecosystem one immersion at a time? Or?
Yes. Because I see so many people, they blanket it and then they're trying to get the metrics to work on 6 different platforms and they're just overwhelmed because that transitions right into what I'm going to say. If you look at marketing as art and science, let's go over to the art side. That to me is the craft that you bring the unique ability. You bring the passion of your business. You bring the unique deliveries, the deliverables you can give to the world, the assets, the impact. And what most people I see do wrong on the magical dance between the art and science is try some art. Let's say that art is a 4-minute ad about your product, your service, your company, your brick and mortar company. You're trying to drive people there. They do one ad and then they're trying it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, IG. And when it doesn't work, there's 47,000 variables and you don't know where to start. So let's just say we're going to simplify whatever your business is today. We're going to try to get an ad to work. We're going to pick one. We're going to do Facebook, or you pick whatever you want, but I'm going to say Facebook. You get someone to help you with the science side. You create an audience of people that would be most likely. Facebook does all the investigation. They know the background. They know the people you want. So if you're writing a book, find book buyers. If you're writing a book on romance, or you're writing a book on marketing, find people who buy books on marketing who are in your age demographic, right? You can narrow down exactly who you're looking for. With that, now it's time to focus all of it on the art. How do you live? Now, these are 2 things that have completely transformed my marketing. I say 2 things to myself all the time. Scott, I still do it before I go on live TV, live on the internet, before I do a video, all of it. I think to myself, how do I enter the mind of my prospect? How do I finish their conversations? And I obsess. I'll read a gazillion comments. I want to know what my particular ideal client prospect is thinking. And I want to talk to them at their level. So that's the first thing. Enter a conversation already going on in the mind of your prospect. I didn't make that up. That's another one I heard. I don't know who originally said it. But the second part is, and this is really important, is that people buy from you when they feel understood, not when they understand you. So you see a lot of people say, this is me. I've got all this experience. I was in a hole and now I'm on top of the mountain and you could do what I do. You might admire that person, but if you don't feel connected to that person, you won't buy from them or you won't learn from them. So if you enter a conversation already going on in the mind of your prospect and you allow them to feel understood, you are 90% further than anybody else, because most people are trying to just vomit what they're good at. They're trying to show significance, trying to show the fancy cars or that I got skinny overnight or the relationship is perfect. And they're just showing without building a story and a connection and a relationship. So I know that was a long answer to a short question, but I think if I was going to help anybody that wanted to get more momentum, go faster, go quicker, or just come out of the gate, I'd say simplify the science side, pick one outlet, pick one delivery system, and then focus on the art and keep testing until you find the message that resonates. So think through who's your ideal client and have a conversation with them in video or in copy. Same thing on your sales pages, your order pages. Same thing when they come to your front desk if you're a brick and mortar company, is work on that and master it in one outlet. Because here's what I know, Scott. My same, infomercials was my outlet for a long time before this world happened, before the online world happened, and I kept running my infomercial for over 20 years. I took that same I would get to say, people would say, I love being authentic. I'm as real, as raw as I can. I don't have a vast vocabulary. I don't articulate very well. I write the way, if you read any of my books or listen to them, my books are written the way I talk. I do the same thing on podcast, on video. I just try to be the deepest, realest version of me. And I know that's what people want. I took that same thing that worked on infomercials. I did it on Facebook. I switched the message around 5, 6, 7 times. All of a sudden, I found the messaging. I found the art. It worked on Facebook. We raised the budget on Facebook, and then we went into YouTube, and then we went into Instagram, and then we went into LinkedIn, and now we have native ads. So the same art worked everywhere once I mastered the art.